Hi, Miska. Do you have a minute? I need to talk to you about something regarding our daughter.
Oh, sure. Patrick, what's up? Is everything okay?
Well, yeah, I guess. Holly was just telling me about this vacation you all have coming up to Chicago.
Oh, yeah, well, that kind of all just started happening.
All right, well, I was just wondering, why you haven't told me about it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. It's not for another 3 months, so I guess I just hadn't gotten around to it yet.
Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. And, can you maybe tell me a little more about it, just so I know?
Well, we're going to be gone in 5 days.
5 days, huh?
Yeah, why? Is that a problem or something?
Oh, no problem here. And, what else? What will the activities be?
Well, we'll go shopping on Michigan Avenue, have some deep dish, go to Navy Pier, touristy things.
Touristy things, so no museums, no art galleries, no symphonies?
Well, we don't have any of that planned yet. We might go to the planetarium.
Oh, the planetarium, so the fun kind of museum.
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty educational, too. You don't?
Oh, I suppose, between Pink Floyd laser light shows.
Okay, well...
So, who else will be going on this little vacation?
Well, all of us, I guess. Kyle, Jake, Maddie.
Oh, so the whole family, huh?
Well, of course, it's a family vacation.
And they are your family now, of course.
Yes, Patrick, I'm married now. Remarried, and have been for years. Why, I even have 16 and 12-year-old stepchildren, can you imagine?
All right, there's no need for sarcasm, Miska.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just don't know where you're going with this. You have to admit your tone does sound a little hostile.
Really? Well, that isn't my intention, I assure you. I just want to make sure that Holly gets the most out of this trip.
Well, I don't see why she wouldn't, do you?
No, it's just that sometimes when she goes on vacation with all of you, well, she doesn't have such a great time.
Really? Holly said that to you? When?
The last time she was over at my place, so yesterday.
Well, what did she say?
That she isn't exactly thrilled at the fact that you're driving there, for one.
Well, do you know how much airfare would be for 5 people? We can't afford that right now, not on a teacher's and receptionist's salary.
Yes, but Miska, it's 10 hours. Don't you think that's a bit much,
Well, you're the one always going on about how you want her to be cultured. Wouldn't seeing different parts of the country kind of be a part of that?
Oh, please. What does flyover country have to do with being cultured?
Well, considering that being cultured means experiencing and knowing about other cultures, I'd say just about everything.
I'd say just about nothing. There's nothing cultured about strip malls and mini-marts.
Well, we can't all be opera-loving wine snobs, Pat.
And we can't all be beer-swilling sports watchers like Kyle, thank heavens.
So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to talk to her? Is that it?
Well, it's not just a long trip. She doesn't want to share a room with her step-siblings.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm sure they'd love to have their own rooms, too.
Yes, well, I can't make that happen. And also, she doesn't really enjoy the food you all eat.
Oh, really? Is that so? What did she say?
Well, she said that it's just cheap and unhealthy.
Well, I know that Holly is picky. She takes after her father, but there's only so much we can do.
I've been thinking about it, though, and hear me out on this one, Miska, okay?
Oh, no. Patrick has another brilliant idea.
I said just hear me out, all right? Don't do the Miska thing where you get all sarcastic and dismiss every idea I have.
Fine, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Well, what if I came along, too?
You want to drive 10 hours to Chicago with us? You and Kyle just hanging out, shooting the breeze?
No. I don't mean actually with you all. I mean that I would fly out with Holly and get my own room somewhere.
Okay, and then what?
Well, I was thinking I'd get her own room.
Get Holly her own hotel room?
Yeah, so what do you think of that?
In your hotel room?
Oh, no, of course not. It's your family vacation after all.
That it is.
But, then maybe I could pick her up for breakfast, spend a couple hours with her in the morning, then meet back up with all of you in the afternoon.
Every day?
Well, yeah. We can negotiate, of course.
Patrick, I don't know about all of this. It's kind of supposed to be a family vacation, you know?
Well, I'm family.
No, you're kind of not.
Well, I'm Holly's family, and I love my daughter, and I want her to be comfortable.
I'll talk to her about it, okay?
It would save you quite a bit of money, would it not? Meals, incidentals, such and so forth.
That's true.
You should have seen how upset she was, miss. She really is dreading this trip.
All right, Patrick, we'll work it out. Jeez.
All right, great. That's all I ask.
Hi, Holly. how's it going? Are you and your dad lost in the city or something? Oh, hi, Mom. Nope, we're fine. In fact, we're doing great. Oh, yeah? What are you two up to? Well, we went to this great sushi restaurant for lunch. Apparently it's, really famous and stuff. Oh, yeah? Is that right? Sushi? I didn't know you liked sushi. Well, I guess Dad's getting me all sophisticated or something. Yeah, maybe. And then we went to the Museum of Modern Art and saw the Andy Warhol exhibit. Oh, yeah? Wow, that must have been pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, soup cans. Who would have thought, right? And then we went shopping in all these neat little boutiques. Boutiques? Yep, and Dad bought me some clothes and makeup and a watch. He bought you a watch? Yeah, and wait until you see this thing, Mom. It's so shiny and beautiful. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it. Yep. So, you're having a good time, honey? Oh yeah, I'm having a great time. I mean, I thought I'd hate Chicago, but I really love it here. In fact, I'm even thinking about looking at some schools here. Really? This far from home? Well, it's only a 2-hour flight, though. You can come visit as much as you'd like. Right. Well, did you enjoy the planetarium yesterday? I didn't really have a chance to ask you. Feels like I've barely seen you the whole trip, actually. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it was okay. I mean, I kind of preferred the Natural History Museum that Dad took me to. Okay, well, can you meet us back at the hotel in an hour? Oh, an hour? I don't know. Why so early? Well, we're having dinner and then watching the fireworks later. I told you about that this morning, remember? Oh, sorry. It must have slipped my mind while I was waiting for Dad's car service to pick me up. So I'll see you then? Well, Dad says we'll try. You'll try? Well, we can't wait for you. We have reservations. Well, he says that we're a long way from the hotel and we can't be there in an hour. He says he can take care of dinner and drop me off later. But what about the fireworks? Don't you want to see them with us? Well, that's okay, Mom. I'm really not big on fireworks. They're kind of boring, don't you think? But that's not the point, honey. Well, what is? Being together as a family. But we aren't even a family. Kyle isn't my dad, and those kids aren't my siblings, and they never have been. Come on, Holly, you know what I mean. I'm trying here. Trying to do what? Make sure that my vacation is as miserable as possible? No, I'm trying to work something out where you have some semblance of a normal family life, even though your father and I didn't work out. Well, how can that happen when nothing about it is normal? Holly, we've been divorced for 11 years. So what? What does that have to do with anything? Well, sooner or later, you're going to have to accept that your parents aren't getting back together. I know my parents aren't getting back together, and I wouldn't want them to get back together anyway. I'm sorry, we don't have the money that your father makes, okay, Holly? Believe me, I wish that all of you could have your own rooms too, and that we could eat at fancy restaurants and be sophisticated like you two. But we just aren't, and I have no problem with this whole vacation arrangement. I really don't. Well, okay, I'm trying not to, but I'd have a lot less of a problem with it if your dad followed the guidelines that we set up. And if, I don't know, it would be helpful if... What? Helpful if what? Helpful if you didn't come back to the hotel every afternoon with a bunch of gifts from your shopping sprees. Well, what am I supposed to do? Hide everything in my room? Don't let anyone see my watch? No, actually, Pat should keep them at his hotel and give them all back to you when you get home. That's ridiculous! I can't help it if my poor step-siblings can't afford cool stuff because their dad's a loser teacher. Holly! You are talking about your stepdad, someone who's always been there for you and cared about you. And money isn't everything, you know. Yeah, well, only poor people say that. Oh, really? Is that right? And since when? That's what Dad says all the time. Well, I'm not surprised. That certainly sounds like your father. But what I am surprised by is the fact that you believe him. I'm tired of everyone else on this trip. I want to spend the rest of it with Dad. Well, honey, I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen. But why? Why not? Because you're my daughter and this is our vacation. Well, so what? You need a better reason than that. Well, how about the fact that I have custody of you and he doesn't? Well, sometimes I wish he did. Oh, yeah? Is that right, Holly? Yeah, in fact, I wish I was with him all the time. How about that? You know what? Why don't you just stay with your father tonight? Really? Are you serious? Yeah, huh? Why would I want you to be miserable, right? If you hate all of us so much, just stay with him. But all my stuff is at the other hotel right now. Well, you have your own room, you have a key. Just go get it. If you don't want to see us, I'll be gone anyway. Well, okay. Fine, I will then. Okay, great. Text me in the morning and we'll take it from there. Okay. Take it from there? That's right. We'll see what happens. Mom, are you mad at me? I didn't mean... Nope, I'm fine. I'll talk to you in the morning. Okay, well, I love you. Mom? Hello?
Hey, Miska, how's it going?
Fine, Patrick, fine. We're just about to watch the fireworks from the pier.
Oh, well, that sounds like something.
Yes, well, what can I do for you? Is Holly all right?
Well, yes, she's fine, but okay, she isn't exactly.
Why, Pat? What's going on?
Well, she has one of her migraines, and of course the only thing that helps that is her mother rubbing her temples.
Oh, no. Has she gotten sick?
Yes, in fact, all over the lobby of the Philharmonic Hall.
Oh my God, Patrick! Of course she got a migraine. Why would you take her there?
Well, she practically begged me to go. What could I say?
I don't know, maybe be a dad and tell her no for once instead of buying her affections?
Oh, that's just plain nonsense. I do not buy her affections.
Are you serious? Wow, the cognitive dissonance is strong with this one.
What do you mean?
I mean, isn't that what this whole trip is about? The first-class tickets, the hotel room, the dinners, the presents?
Well, absolutely not. I just want my little girl to get the most out of a big city. And besides, it's not like you're Mother of the Year or anything.
And what do you mean by that exactly, Patrick? Please enlighten me.
She told me everything you said to her about staying with me.
Well, if that's what she wants, I don't see why you should be the only one giving her exactly that.
And you told her that you didn't love her? What was that all about?
What? She said that? She told you that I said I didn't love her?
Those were her exact words.
Oh, come on, Patrick. Do you really think in a million years that I would tell my daughter that I didn't love her?
Well, I admit it did seem a little unusual.
Yes, of course it did, because it never happened, but she told me that she loved me, and I didn't respond. And I feel horrible about it. I've been torturing myself all night. Just ask Kyle.
No, thanks. That won't be necessary. I believe you.
Ugh, damn it, Patrick. This is all your fault. You know that, don't you?
Well, how is this all my fault?
Because you were the one that came up with the idea of you coming here.
Yeah, and you agreed to it, so there.
And I never ever would have done that if I'd known that you were going to spend half a fortune on her here. And that it would cause all sorts of problems for my own family as well. Vacations can be stressful enough without ex-husbands getting involved in them.
So you just want our daughter to be miserable, is that it?
Yeah, that's totally it, Pat.
So what are we going to do? She said that you were going to speak in the morning about what exactly?
Oh, she didn't tell you.
Didn't tell me what?
She didn't tell you that she wants to move in with you?
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said she wants to live with you.
Well,
She didn't discuss this with you?
well, no, not at all.
Well, there you go. I don't know, maybe she didn't mean it. She was probably just mad.
Yes, because that wouldn't exactly work out for me.
Well, of course not.
And you mean by this, what?
Well, I don't think that any of the waitresses from the club would find a teenage girl's presence in the loft very convenient.
Yes, I won't argue with you there. Perhaps you should try to talk to her.
Oh, should I now? And why is it me who always has to talk to her about everything?
Well, because you're her mother and she lives with you.
Ah, that's right. And you're just fun dad. You just get to shower her with gifts and affection and not have to worry about the day-to-day hard work of actually raising her.
All right, fine. Well, what do you want me to do about all of this? She can't come stay with me when we get back.
And why is that? Is the place occupied?
Well, maybe.
Well, is it or isn't it?
It's not, but you said it yourself. She's probably just upset. She'll come around, right?
I don't know. She's a very stubborn girl. I wonder how she got that from.
Both of us, probably.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Well, keep her there with you tonight and we'll talk in the morning.
Okay, well, what about the headache? The migraine? What's the secret?
A figure-8 pattern with a light touch in a dark room.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, thanks.
Hi, Mom. Hi, honey. How are you doing? How's your head? A lot better, thanks. I just slept it off. Good. And how did your dad do the temple work? Well, his figure-8s were more like figure-9s. Oh, geez. Mom, I'm really sorry about everything I said yesterday. I am too, honey. I'm so sorry I didn't say I love you back. I was just hurt, but I hope you know that I will never, ever forgive myself for that. Oh, Mom, I don't want you to feel guilty for that forever. I've been a total brat this whole trip. I just don't know why I can't get along with anybody. My stepfam's always been cool to me. And I've always been such a witch to them. They probably hate my guts, don't they? No, honey, they don't. I guess I just never got used to any of it, but I don't know. Maybe it's time I do. I mean, I'm not the only kid in the world with divorced parents, right? Well, I must say, this is all very perceptive and self-examining for you, Holly. Well, are you, like, surprised or something? Honestly, yes, I kind of am. That's very big of you, I think. Well, gee, thanks. Mom, I don't want to live with Dad. I don't really have to do that, do I?
No, of course not.
Plus, I'm not sure that would even work out anyway, with his dates and all.
Right, yeah, well, the less said about that, the better, I guess.
So, we have one more day left? Yep, 2 more days, I guess. Should I start heading back to the hotel?
How about you have a nice breakfast with your dad and then head back? Then you and I will spend the day together, just you and I.
Oh, really? Yeah, that would be great. What do you want to do?
Whatever you want.
No, Mom. Let's do whatever you want for once.
Miska and Holly spent the day exploring the city, walking and talking and catching up. They took an architectural boat tour and laughed when a pigeon pooped on the tour guide. Holly flew home with Patrick, and Miska and Kyle picked her up the next day when they drove in. Holly is working on her relationships with her stepfamily and learning that the world doesn't revolve around her. Patrick has stopped buying Holly outrageous gifts when it could affect her step-siblings. However, he is still a sniveling, pretentious louse.